Hello! Thank you for tuning into this week's Pick-a-Read. The subject this time is, are you being deceived? I wanted to do more of a love-related one, but I feel like, I don't know, I felt like this was something that needed to come forward. I don't know, I haven't put out the piles yet, but I'm hoping there's some positive information, like maybe you think you're being deceived and maybe you're not. Maybe helping you drill down who's actually doing it, helping you get ahead of the game, something like that. So there could be something positive, hopefully something positive coming from this. Let's see what comes. For the tarot part, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. I am going to use the Romance Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. We'll see how those add in. And then the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I've already shuffled the cards a little bit, but I might just be a little bit more liberal and move them around a little bit more. Let's see. Nope, done. Okay. Put that other way. I want to put these last two on too. Okay, we'll do that. That is that. And these seem like they're ready to go for some odd reason. There's only one on that one pile, which is fine. Now let's just pop these in. Just random thoughts that came to me while I was going through this whole situation of deciding what to do for the read. So we got them all in camera. Get this last one here. Now the rocks I'm going to use, that's Rainbow Hematite, I believe. Rose Quartz, apparently a little dusty. Lapis Lazuli. This is Stichite and Serpentine, I believe. There's the name. I just recently got this. I think you can buy these if you want to from this person. So if you want that information, there's that. They didn't ask me to do that. I just, I had it, so why not? And this last stone here is that. It's Tourmaline, Albite, and I believe the Minas Gerais, Brazil is. I think the second line is the location it came from. The top line, Tourmaline. Tourmaline? Am I freaking not saying it right? Tourmaline. Can't speak. There it is, if you want to know what it is. I think it's a really awesome, I don't think you can tell on camera, but it's kind of shimmery. I think it looks a lot better in person. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think is how we're going to do these for whatever reason. Let me just move them out of the way so we can get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay, we'll just hopefully line these up so I remember. Alright, so we're going to do this, the Tourmaline. I believe it was Tourmaline. I moved the thing. The thing is about this stone, I did look up, because somebody did mention before, like, shouldn't you really know what the stones do? I'm like, well, I'll try to get it in there. I'll give it a shot. This one, from what I remember, it's about bringing in love, but, like, being cautious, I believe. Being realistic about love. I feel like that's what this one was about. I'm not 100% sure. It just seems to be something about love, but having a bit of, caution with it. Or is it really love? Is it not? Stuff like that. So this is for the people who chose Tourmaline. We're going to move it over here. Alright, so we're coming in. We're going to read this way, I believe. Are you being deceived? Got Joy. This top is you. This should be you. Cauldron, got things working. The Empress, that looks good enough. 13. The Death card. The Nine of Swords. Alright, what do we got coming forward? And Trust. Trust has been a problem. Alright, so in the little message here is mine and you can't have it. Okay, that's an interesting one. See if I can pull this up so you can see those a little better. So this top line is you, and this is what's going on around you. That mine, it makes me feel like somebody is desperately holding on. They don't want to lose control. It's my first thought. But when I'm seeing this might even be the past with you. This is a situation with this person. Things were legitimately good at one time. It may even be starting out at this point. Maybe right now they're legitimately good. The cauldron here is kind of like you're aware. I feel like you're aware that something is kind of a little off. That energy, mine, and you can't have it, like that control, that's a control energy to me. I'm feeling that you're recognizing that even when things were good, you did have signs to recognize it. So whether that's in the past or something you're currently moving out of, when things were good, you still knew, like something's brewing here. Something isn't quite right. Does it say scrying and healing? I usually don't go with the names and the cards too much. I'm an intuitive reader, in case you're new to this channel. I'm feeling like you knew something was brewing. You knew something was a little off. I don't feel like you were overly concerned, but you had it like in the back of your head, like maybe I should keep an ear out. Maybe I should just keep an eye on this. So you go forward to the next spot. This mine, and you can't have it. I feel when the Empress is here in the center, this situation, even though it was really good, something is coming apart here. Are you being deceived? Somebody is afraid of losing something. They're afraid of losing control in some cases. The Empress is one, I feel like she tries to be diplomatic to a point. She tries to be very caring with the situation, but she can't tolerate the lies. If it's not really going to help a situation, she just can't in good faith go forward with it. But she tries to be a little better about the situation. She tries not to play into negativity, but she will address it, and she will stand up for herself and others if she feels necessary. And I'm getting here, there's like, for some of you, it could be an argument. For others of you, it's just definitely a conversation where something goes awry. This person over here is fighting to keep something. They're afraid they're going to lose control. And I'm getting like I almost feel like you're being accused. The 13, the death on your side, I do feel like the situation is at the very least changing. It's taking a change. The joy from the past does not seem like it's pulling into the future from here. Whatever it feels really like you're being accused to me. And they're just this person who wants control and says it's mine and you can't have it. Like they're almost accusing you of trying to take something from them, or get close to somebody that they already care about. It's almost like that's my friend and you can't be friends with them because they're already my friend, and they're only allowed one friend and it's me, and I've decided that that's how that works. And it's kind of a little bit on the cuckoo side. I'm gonna be honest. It feels a little controlling, cuckoo-ish. Like, you cannot go near this person. This is my person. You cannot come near them. It's damaging your relationship with this person. You'll notice there's a lot of openness here, or like an open spots. I feel like whatever you've been experiencing from this person up till now, I don't feel like you've been really close enough to see who they really are and how controlling they really can be. This is causing the death on your side, because I do feel like this is shutting things down. You're just feeling uncomfortable. You're not understanding why. And you're wondering if somebody else is pulling the strings. I almost feel like that's why are you being deceived, maybe the reason you came to this. Because you're wondering, is somebody else playing games here? Is somebody making this person feel like I'm doing something I'm not? I feel like it's literally just this person. I feel it's a control problem. I feel like it's them. It's really literally just them. What you see is what you get in this situation. I don't really feel like there's a deception, but you're worried that there might be. On the other hand, though, they feel like you're deceiving them. But I feel like it's made up. I really feel like it's made up. They're seeing things that aren't really there. They're feeling like certain things are happening and they're not really happening. I'm getting here the trust going towards the midnight here. Excuse me. And when I'm pulling that, I'm getting like a puppet feel. I'm getting like a countdown, and I'm getting a puppet feel. The other person, they're headed towards a bad moment. It's like a countdown. I almost feel like they're creating their own... I feel like they're creating their own situation where they're going to be the puppet. They're not... I don't know. I don't feel like they're the puppet master. I feel like they're a puppet to their own delusions. I have to be honest. And there's a countdown. This is going to like self-destruct on them. It does feel like this is going to self-destruct at some point. The trust here going on their side, I feel like they're going to have to come forward and see what's truly going on here. It's going to come forward for them. Some of these people might have mental illness. If that's the case, especially, I mean, I would just disconnect from it and let it be, because I don't feel like there's anything at this point you can do to make things better. There may be mental illness here, especially the midnight with the countdown, with the puppet strings pulling, and the trust, and issues with trust. I'm getting like a lot of them. It seems like there's mental illness here that's literally out of their control. May make you feel a little better, only in the sense of like nobody's doing anything wrong. They're not even actually trying to attack you. It's just, I feel like it's the illness and how the illness is working. I feel like this is a very delicate situation. Somewhere down the road, I feel like you're going to see the obvious outcome of this. That's why the Nine of Swords is here. Because you didn't... I feel like if it wasn't for this reading, I don't think you'd really see it. I feel like you're more upset with like what they're doing and how they're coming out at you and what they're accusing you of. The Knight of Swords is making me really feel like it's stressful. It's kind of like things were warped, things were destroyed, things fell over. You couldn't really see this coming. You didn't understand where they were coming from or where this information came from, why they had this opinion of you, why you were being accused. You didn't understand what actually happened to cause that moment. But I feel like when you get down here, I feel like it's becoming more apparent at the very least, because I'm seeing like this inability to see what's really happening. This person, like, I would just back off from them and let them be. I don't feel like you can help them. I don't feel like they want your help. I don't feel like they're open to it. I would just step back and just try not to push forward any information to other people. Try to just really shut it down and just move on from it. I do feel like there could be some mental illness here. So I hope... So in the whole realm of, like, are you being deceived? I don't think you're being deceived. But I do feel like this is, like, the reason this is all happening. Because I feel like the reason you may be coming to this reason is like, why is all this happening? Why is this person so upset with me? Why are they accusing me of all these things? Where did this come from? I do feel it's mental illness. I really do. Anything else with this one? Okay, let's let that one go. I'll pick these up here. Actually, I'll put them like this. There. We'll put that there. Alright, the next one we're going to do is the Stichite. Stichite and Serpentine, I believe that is. This is supposed to be a connection, I believe, to ancient knowledge. Pulling forth history, but in a way so that you can learn from it and grow from it and improve the current status based on something that you've already learned or something someone else has already learned. This is like learning from history. That's what this one is. Let's put that over there. Now what do we have here for you guys who picked Stichite? I'm getting like I almost like feel like there's two different people I'm dealing with. And I feel like you're dealing with two different people, and this is going to explain the situation. Let's find out. Let go and let love sort it out. Let go and let love sort it out. I don't know if you can read my writing. It's a bit chicken scratchy. Let's let go and let love sort it out. I feel like these are two people. So what do we have? The Apple, express your love, King of Cups, the Moon, and finances and career. Are you being deceived? Yes. This one. Who is this one? This card is interesting. I never see that as blood. At the bottom there, you see it from it's dripping from the apple. It looks very much like candy to me. It looks very, very much like candy. And I almost feel like somebody comes forth very sweet, very nice, very love, 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 but it's messy and it's sticky and it comes with a tail. Like, it comes with consequences. It comes with expectations. When this person's nice to somebody, they want something back. And they're usually not nice to somebody unless they think there's something they have that they may want or do want at the time. Express your love. This person seems to be the one deceiving you. This person seems to be coming at you. They want something from you. And I feel like they want to get closer to this person. They're using you to get closer to this person. The apple here, this person's deceiving you. They're very expressive. They're very nice. I feel like they're overly nice. It's almost like if this reading is hitting with you, this person, like, they do things that are really out of their way. And I feel like it should make you a little bit uncomfortable, just kind of like, ooh, that's okay. And you're just like, well, it's a nice thing, and you just try to get over it. But it's just, it's a little awkward is what I'm getting. A little awkward. The person they want to get closer to, I got the King of Cups, the Moon, and the career and finances. Now, don't get caught up in the gender, but this is somebody who's very, very giving, very caring to the people in their circle. This person is usually very cautious, or I want to say careful who they let in their circle. Not everybody can get close to them. And what I'm getting here is the Moon card towards this person from the person they want to get close to. They don't seem to really trust this person. The person who's schmoozing up to you, they're schmoozing up to you to get closer to this other person who seems to have strong monetary ties. There's a very strong monetary sense here. And this person is not comfortable with this one, the overly sweet one. This person, you are in with this person, though. I almost feel like I'm making this confusing. The person who's doing well, the very caring, very careful, not sure, doesn't seem to like the sweet one, that has a lot, there's a very stable financial, could have a lot of money, or have control of money, or something to do with money that's very positive. They like you. You're in with them. You are in with them. This person is not. This person is using you to get close to them. I'm getting this person already has hang-ups, or not hang-ups, caution, red flags. They don't seem to really like this one. They may be more right than wrong. And when I say maybe more right than wrong, I don't feel like they're quite on the ball exactly what the deal is here. But their instincts is telling them, no. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think I want to be a part of that. That person can keep going. Best of luck to them, but I don't want to be a part of their life. This person's close to you. I don't feel like they really know what to think of this person, but their first thought is, I don't think so. So I guess this whole thing is, I think that answered the question. I think I did already answer it. This person is deceiving you to get closer to this one. I feel like you're wondering. It may not be apparent right off the bat, but you'll see it coming forward soon enough. If you really want to test it and you're wondering, because you don't want to just jump forward in case this maybe isn't quite hitting. If you think you know somebody and they're schmoozing around you to get close to this person, all you have to do is make it clear that person is off. That you're not going to mix these two. You're not going to, in a polite, respectful way that, oh, that person does their thing. I don't see them very often. Or just try to play it off like, you can't help them in that respect. Just make it casual. Don't make it an issue, because this person will then express themselves in a whole different way. You will find that they will avoid you. They will probably even get a little cranky with you. They won't even care what you think or feel anymore. Once they realize you can't help them or feel that you won't help them, that's where this apple negates. And they'll stop being sweet and nice. They'll stop going out of their way for you. You'll notice that personality change right away. It doesn't have to be a conflict, but if you just kind of say how this person, somehow you bring it forward that this person and you bringing everybody together isn't going to happen, for whatever reason, I feel like you could do that in a polite way, like, oh yeah, they do their thing, I don't really see them very often, or something very creative, just to make it clear that this person is not going to get close to this person due to their efforts with you. You're going to see that they're going to negate out. They're going to negate out, and you'll see what they're really like. Because that's what they're saying, let go and let love sort it out. Just pull back your influence. Just pull back your connection. Just say, I can't connect you with this person. If they're asking especially, I just can't do that. I don't feel it's right. I mean, I just don't think that's something I can do right now. You'll see that this will negate, and they'll be gone. Because I feel like at this point you're questioning if that's really the truth. I think that's it. Okay. I got that one. Let's do that. What do we got for the next? Lapis Lazuli. I'm starting to remember that one. This one is about communication, I believe. And I remember that because of the throat chakra. So I believe this is about communication, and I feel like there's in my stone there's a bit of gray in the center there. Makes me feel like this is like grounded communication, like stable communication, thoughtful communication, being careful what you saying things with purpose, not just to say things. That's my first thought. Let's see where this goes. You. No, I want these over here. Are they all in frame is the question now. Put you up here. I think we're all in frame. This seems to be down farther. Like, I feel like this is an external environmental thing. We'll find out what that is. So you got the skeletons. Skeletons. First thought is skeletons in your closet. The top row is you, so we'll find out where this is going. Alright, now, those ones. What do we got here? If you knock any harder, you will find out. If you knock any harder, you will find out. What's going on around you, though? It's reversed. 2 2s reversed. Around you, there's a bad relationship making bad decisions. I almost feel like this, you could see around you. One example I'm getting is like a couple, one's cheated on one, now the other's cheating on the other. Like spouse A got cheated on the first time. Spouse B is like, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, so they're cheating with somebody else on them to even it out. I'm getting bad decisions, bad energy here, this is out of control. 2 of Swords reverse. I feel like it's going forward with decisions that are bad decisions, that are not thought out, that are decisions that should not happen. 2 of Cups reversed is like people, I feel like it's more of a lust than a love situation, to be honest, when I'm seeing the 2 reversed. It's just not good energy. It's almost like an addictive, like people together in a relationship because they addictively take care of each other. It's almost like a codependent relationship that's very toxic. So I'm getting a very negative, it may look good on the outside, but it's really a bad relationship, bad decisions. This is not directly connected to you, but it's affecting your situation. And I'm getting here, they're warning you, if you look too close, if you really want the answers, you'll get them. You may not want these answers because there's nothing you can do to fix it. But by searching too deeply, you may end up getting involved in this mess. You don't want to do that. That's what I'm getting. The skeletons in the closet here. Below it says strength. For your reading, I feel like there's skeletons in your closet. Like we all live lives. I mean, not for nothing. I'm sorry you can't see those cards. We all live lives. We all have skeletons in our closet. I'm just not one to believe that there's anybody out there who lives this peachy keen, strawberries and rainbows life. I just don't believe it. But if you are, great for you. We all have skeletons in our closet. I'm warning you. I feel like this is a warning. Your skeletons will be exposed. If you go too close to them, that is a very negative, toxic situation. They're looking to drag other people into their misery. Skeletons also makes me feel like this is something that scares people that's not really that bad. For example, maybe there was an innocent kiss, or a kiss is as far as you went. Maybe something like that happened for you. This energy would take that moment and blow it up to a full-on affair and drag it around town like you're the worst person on the planet and you just cheat on everybody you come near. That's how toxic it is. It really has nothing. It's really nothing really like that. It may be something that you just keep to yourself. You keep private. Your skeletons really aren't that bad, but they're private. You keep them to yourself for a reason. This information, this energy here would pull that forward and distort it and make it toxic and drag it all around town is what I'm getting. So you want to stay away from this energy. Be careful. Be very careful because I feel like it's outside of you. It's not directly affecting you, but you may feel a little drawn to it. Maybe like, can I help? Can I help figure this out? Like, why are they seeming to make bad decisions? Wanting to kind of make things better for somebody. I just don't feel like this is a good thing. I do feel, though, you are connected to these people. When it comes to the name of this game here, or the game of this reading, are you being deceived? I feel like you might see this situation better than it really is. Don't look too hard. Let them sort out their own things. If they need help, tell them, here's a number for couples therapy. Good luck. You don't have to be as cold as I am about it, but just like, I really I can't do that. But here's somebody who might be able to help you. Go see them. Something like that. Stay optimistic here. And I gotta be honest, I'm seeing this energy get closer to you in the future. This energy is toxic. It's a couple. It feels like a couple. They're coming closer to you. And I feel like they're making it look like it's better than it actually is. I don't feel like it's as good as it actually looks on the outside. It's a lot worse than it looks on the outside. When I'm getting to stay optimistic, I feel like you just kind of staying parallel with these people. I'm not saying you have to kick anybody out of your life, but I'm just like, don't get in their business. Do not get in their business. It's a train wreck. It's toxic. You will just end up on that train, and you will just have so much crap to deal with that's really not right. It's very distorted. I mean, it says stay optimistic. We're not saying you have to get rid of these people. You don't have to remove them from your life, but just stay in a parallel form. Just like, don't get too close. Don't let them get too close, but you don't have to kick them out of your life. Forgiveness here. This is a very interesting card because it makes me feel like the pain with the gift of healing. It's one of those things like years ago I had a burn, and the burn hurt like hell. But it was the fact that it did still hurt meant that the skin was going to grow back. It's horrible. It hurts really bad. But if it did not hurt, that would have meant that the skin was so dead it would not have regenerated. That's what I'm getting here. You will see sooner or later, you're going to see what this is really about here. The closer you get, the more pain you're going to get. That the gift of healing is like, you're just going to get so much pain and you should step back. They are saying to some degree you're going to have some fallout here. You're going to have some pain. I feel like these people are going to suck you into their drama just a little bit. The question is, how far are you going to let them get? How far are you going to let them get? Because just by even going parallel, you're still going to have some offshoot. The deeper you get, the worse it is. You don't want it so deep that you're numb to it, to just like everything's destroyed, so I guess I just have to accept where my life is now. You don't want to get that close. Are you being deceived? Yes. These people seem better than they actually are. Their relationship is very toxic, very bad. There could be some drug addiction that you're not seeing. Be careful. Because ultimately, they have new love on their side, and you're noticing forgiveness on your side. Forgiveness for the pain you went through and healing from it, but moving away. They're going to go towards someone else, and they're going to choose someone else to be their guinea pig, or I don't know if guinea pig is the right word. Scapegoat, target, whatever word you want to use here. Somebody else is going to be next in line to take the abuse, I guess. They just like to suck people into this. They like to suck people in, and then they blame that person. It's like another piece of this dysfunctional relationship is what I'm getting. So are you being deceived? Yes. This looks better than it is. Just stay parallel. You're still going to... I still feel like you're still going to have some repercussions, but it won't be that bad. You'll be able to move on. They are going to go on to someone else. This is a bad situation. You can't fix this. That could be another trap here, making it look like you think you can, or we just need some help, somebody to talk out with this, or whatever. It's toxic. Stay away from it. I feel like you're going to probably go end up parallel. I'm kind of curious why they said stay parallel with it, because my first instinct would be like when you see somebody's toxic, just to go away. They're like, stay parallel with it so you can see the truth, because other people down the line are going to need your input to know what's really happening there. You might actually help somebody else step away from this situation before they end up getting really knee-deep in it themselves. I feel like that's why we said the parallel thing. All right, so are you being deceived? Yeah. Yep, these are not as good as you think they are. Done? All right, that's number 3, which was the Lapis Lazuli. Okay, so we're going to pick these up. Excuse me. All right, I believe this is the 4th one, the Rose Quartz, which is usually about love, centering on love, bringing love towards you. Very love, love, love feel. I have a lot of Rose Quartz. I may have a problem with it. Let's see. All right, so I feel like we're starting with this wall here, like this wall, and I'm noticing there's a very, well, let's see what happens. Let's just flip the cards and go from there. Codependency. Are you being deceived? That's the question. Not this time. Not this time. That's interesting. Past life relationship. Skull of Stars. Five of Cups, Knight of Coins, and keep an open mind. So, I find this very interesting. Because the question is, are you being deceived? The quick answer is, not this time, as in, right now, they're on the level with you, nothing's really deceptive. But you're probably getting those inklings, wondering that, probably coming to this reading because this person is one to deceive people. And it's just a matter of time before it's your turn in line. That's what I'm getting for that. I'm getting the Skull of Stars. When I'm seeing this, I feel like you're very raw with yourself. Kind of looking at this other person like, you know what, I don't think of myself as perfect. I don't expect somebody else to be perfect. Everybody has their moment. But right now, how are they treating me? I feel like this is a case where maybe this is a friend and you know or you've seen them screw over other people, do unscrupulous acts, and you're just kind of, you might have that feeling. This reminds me of a reading I did. As long as they don't stab me in the back, I guess I can just live with them. Or the first time they do this to me, I'll be out. I feel like that's a trap waiting to happen. That's a problem waiting to happen. But especially with the past life and the codependency, this is a pattern with this person. Not this time. They're not deceiving you this time. But you know what? Are you just going to hang out until they do? Because it's sooner or later it's going to be your turn in line. That's what I'm getting. Sooner or later it will be your turn in line. Now, as you keep going forward, the lamp here to me, like I know it says remembrance, but I feel like it's looking at the scary parts of the situation, getting a little closer. Like things are still a little foggy as you go forward. And I feel like you're still questioning, like, did this person like throw me under the bus in any sort of way? And I feel like it's getting closer between you and this person. I feel like you want to be understanding for some reason. You're trying to negate out the past is what I'm actually feeling. And you're finding, like, it doesn't seem like they really did anything negative towards you. And I feel like you're trying to be at peace with that. And maybe you are at peace with that. But whatever this person did in the past, it seems to be weighing on you. Because I feel like the past is coming back and people are accusing this person of deception. It's just ironic that this time I don't feel like they did. Not this time, but they have in the past. And I feel like you're looking at the situation kind of like, well, I can understand why people feel that way, even though it's not happening this time. But it's almost like looking at it in the sense of like, well, you can't really blame people for feeling that way. I mean, there's a history here. Even though that's not the situation now, it has been in the past. The lamp is saying it seems like things are a little foggy, a little kind of like it's almost like trying to be playful with the situation. That it didn't really happen in a negative way, but it's kind of like there's a reason people feel this way. There's a reason this is like this. People have real good reasons, real solid reasons why they feel this person would deceive other people. This is becoming an issue where I feel like you're becoming very, 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 very well aware, like, what's the next situation going to be? How long before we have another incident like this? This goes forward. I honestly feel like you're standing up for this person. I feel like that's what's happening. Because it's not the case this time. They're not deceiving anybody. But as you go forward, after you leave this situation, and you're addressing things, I feel like you're trying to be honest with this person, and you're telling them, you know what? You have history here. You've done things in the past. See that five of hearts there? I know it's the Five of Cups, and yeah, that's reminiscent, but you'll notice it's on fire. And I'm really noticing, like, they've caused problems in the past. I'm getting, especially with that fire is wands, I'm getting, like, arguments in the past, problems in the past that they caused. That they are the problem. They have been the problem in the past. It has been their fault in the past. And I feel like you're going forward to them, and you're telling them, hey, you know what? You're going to have a past to live down. You've done things. You've done things more than once. You can't get overly upset or overly shocked when people say, hey, it looks like you did this. Even though you didn't, you have a history, buddy. You gotta own that. You gotta own that. Keep an open mind going towards them. Like, you're trying to be supportive is what I'm getting. But you're also trying to be honest. You're like, you know what? You're going to have to pick your butt up, and you're going to have to just own what you've done in the past and just heal it from there. You're going to have to make good in the past. You're going to have to. You can't be upset when people say, hey, you've done this stuff before. You can't blame us for thinking you would do it again. You are sticking with this person. I get that with the Knight of Coins. I also feel like you're trying to be a positive role model for this person, whether you're younger, older, whatever the situation may be. I feel like you're trying to keep them in line with, like, you know what, if you want to live down your past, your negative past, you're going to have to live that much of a better future. You're going to have to try twice as hard to hit the same level everybody else hits because you have to live down that past. And I feel you working with them and trying to help them do that. I feel you also standing by them, saying as long as you stay on this path and you keep doing well, I'll support you, I'll back you, I'll help you. But don't be surprised when it gets a little rough and people just start blaming you for things. It's just going to happen. It's just going to continue to happen until you've completely lived down your past. Now, just to be on the more optimistic side, it says not this time. And maybe, you know what, maybe they've turned that leaf. Maybe they're just living down the past. And maybe you're helping them overcome that. Great. That's great. They're just saying, take this with a grain of salt. Be very, very scrutinizing is what I'm getting. Like, look at things carefully. Look at things closely. You don't have to be anybody. You don't have to accuse anybody of anything, but you might want to check facts with this person every now and then at the very least, especially when it matters, just to make sure, you know, things aren't repeating. Keep that in mind. Because it could. It's a general read. It could easily. This time, you know what? Not this time. But it feels to me like easily in the past this has happened. Could happen in the future. You might want to keep a close eye on it. Maybe you're right, because I feel like you're going in that optimistic direction. You know what? Everybody deserves another chance. You're going to help them. You're going to have to keep a close eye on it, though. You're going to want to use a lot of salt with that, in my opinion, just to make sure. You might want to check facts more often than not, just to be sure this person is on the level, because I feel like you're going to be standing with them. You're going to be supporting them, trying to help them overcome that past. Just make sure the past is truly staying in the past and not repeating in the future. Are we good? I think that's good. All right. That one seemed, well, that one had some energy to it. So I feel like there's some of you who are very good people getting sucked into something with a person who's maybe not so much. But you have the best of intentions, so you're just going to help them. You're going to try, and that seems to be how that's going. I wish the best for that. Hopefully you are right, and things work out the way you would like them to. All right, so they got one left. This is rainbow hematite. I found this very shocking when I found out what the properties are for this. It can be used for grounding, but from what I also found, it can be used to control people too. So control issues, controlling others, getting people to do what you want. My dorkiness just thought it was a pretty stone and I wanted it. So I thought to myself after I got this and found out the meaning behind it, I was like, what does this say about me that I was attracted to that? But I guess it can also help you get control of yourself and keep other people from controlling you. Self-control, breaking control from others. Breaking control from others? Really? That's more intuitive. I don't know if I'm completely on with that, because I feel like what they're telling me is like it's not just about controlling other people, but getting your own control, your self-control, taking your control back from someone else. All right, well, let's see. That's totally intuitive, so I could be completely cuckoo. So, you know, look it up. Look it up. Let's go here. I thought I looked... Didn't it say... I don't know. See, I looked these up a while ago when I got them. No, I feel like this isn't right. This needs to stay up like this. This goes like this. Okay. What do we got coming in here? I got some harsh energy is what I'm feeling. Oh, there's an energy. I feel harsh energy. Like, I feel like that's why I was talking so harshly about the hematite. I feel like I'm already connecting into something a little harsh. Pay attention to red flags. Well, I mean, we have such cheery cards. Why would I feel that way? Let's get these in. What does this say? With my chicken scratch. Just around the bend. Just around the bend. Something's just around the bend here. I'm noticing that's right in the beginning. Six of Swords with the vampire there. Now, definitely I'm an intuitive reader. We also have the werewolf coming in here. This is very seductive. My first thought is it's very seductive. It's very inviting, something that's pulling you in. I feel like at first time around here, you may have walked away from this. What do we see? No. Somebody, a deceptive person, because vampires are deceptive. I mean, that's how they lure in their victims. You deceive them, get you alone in a dark alley, and then, they suck the blood out of you. I mean, come on. That person's coming towards you. They're leaving another situation that failed. They're leaving the last victim. That's literally what I'm getting. They're leaving the last victim. Six of Swords are leaving that last victim. They're coming towards you. They're coming towards you. This is a very seductive person. Very seductive person. The werewolf here, I'm getting, it seems very fun, very romanticized. Things are not what they seem. This person, especially these two, I feel like, especially when I come into this, like, when it comes into reality for how we live life, how we experience life, I mean, typically these are fantasy situations. This is somebody weaving a web, making something seem a lot better, or making themselves seem a lot better than they actually are. You deserve love. This person, I feel like they're just telling you a lot of wonderful things, but it feels a very fantastical, I'm going to make up words now. Fantastical, is that the word? I don't know. They're just blowing smoke up your butt. Let's just go there. Let's just say it. They're just telling you wonderful things. It feels very fantasy-like to me. I don't always read these cards this way, but this is how it's coming through for your reading. Now, I just don't feel like you're going to buy this, quite frankly. Judgment is in your favor. It is definitely in your favor, but I feel like it's one of those things where you want to believe the best of this person, but you're kind of like, I just can't believe that you know all these people in these high places, yet you seem to be working a dead-end job. Like, it's one of those things where it's somebody working a dead-end job, but they know all these wonderful, powerful people. Or, they're just telling you, oh yeah, I know how to make money, I just don't have the money to make it right now. Or just something like that. Something weird. Something where you're like, you say you have all these great things. You say you can do all these wonderful things. Yet when I look at you at face value, you clearly are not doing them. That type of thing. And I feel judgment in your favor, like you want to believe the best for this person. And I feel like you're questioning this person, like, are you trying to deceive me, or do you got some mental illness? Because I feel like it's that dramatic. It's that dramatic with the vampire and werewolf. And it's not malicious. So that's not like a put down, just kind of like, seriously. Are you trying to deceive me and you think I'm that dumb? Or do you have mental illness and just you actually believe what you're saying? Not as a put down, just as literally. Like, do you literally have that? As you keep going forward, this person, you seem to like them. You want to believe the best for them. And I feel like this, just around the bend, I get this as the thing. They're a little bit outlandish is what I'm getting. But I feel like you're kind of like, well, they're a bit excessive. They exaggerate noticeably. But I see it. So since I see it, I don't really feel it's that harmful. I feel like people can easily see their wild tales for what they are. You're not really worried about this person. I just feel like you like them and you see them for who they are. You're like, you're a bit you exaggerate noticeably. So, but it is what it is. I don't feel anybody getting sucked into that. I don't see it becoming a problem because it's so painfully obvious. And you seem to just like them. You just don't want to push them away for whatever reason. Now the Skull of Flowers, the Magician, and then the red flags here. You're allowing this person to stay around you. The real thing here with, are you being deceived? If you chose this, the reason you chose this is because you see the deception here, you're getting this false sense of security. Who's being deceived here is you by you. You're deceiving yourself thinking this is not going to bite you in the butt down the road, just around the bend. This person, what you're seeing on the outside, just the tip of the iceberg. You're just feeling that they're not a threat. They're not really capable of becoming that dangerous or a problem. Maybe you just make it nice. You're just not seeing them become a problem down the road. They're like, you don't understand. This person should not... You're deceiving yourself if you're thinking this is going to be okay because you see them for who they are. You're seeing some of their deception, and you're feeling, well, I see it, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not threatened by it. I don't see that really causing me devastation or, degradation, whatever you want to say. you're having this false sense of security. The Magician, to me, is like, be careful what you're bringing forward. The Skull of Flowers is telling me, like, I'll read the bottom just for fun. Creating through ashes. Well, sorta. I can kind of go with that, because I feel like they're saying, what are you working with? What are you working with here? It's kind of like, when I feel this card, it's kind of like dressing up death to make it seem a lot more nice than it actually is. I do like sugar skulls. And I feel like, just in my very limited experience with them, it's kind of like making death more something to deal with, not to be afraid of it so much. But in this reading, I feel like going a different way. I feel like they're saying you're seeing something a lot more beautiful than it truly is. Like if you strip away the paint and that flower and the pretty flower behind it, this is a skull. This is a skull. Somebody died. Like there's definitely pain here. This is somebody lost their life. I feel like the Magician with you coming in, he's like, you're seeing it better than it actually is, and you're trying to create a better future. It's almost like you want to help this person improve their life. You want to make things better for them. You're just kind of like, well, they're a bit exaggerate. They exaggerate, noticeably, but they can improve on these things, and I can help them improve their life. I feel like that energy is coming through here. The red flags, you can't help this person. You just really can't, is what I'm getting. But you may end up getting pulled into their trap. You may end up experiencing a lot of loss and a lot of pain. Just because you see some of their deception doesn't mean you see all of it. For some of these people, there could be a substance abuse that's creating this attitude. Just don't get false hope that you really can. I feel like the save somebody attitude is coming through. Like I think we can save somebody. I think I can help somebody. This stone is about control or controlling somebody. Maybe I can help them make better decisions. Maybe I can help them control their life so they can make better decisions and have a better life. The question is, who actually has that control? Are you trying to control them, or are they actually controlling you by getting your best efforts, by sucking you in a little bit, by making you feel like they can be maybe saved, make it, ooh, you can save me. I want to help. I want help. Please tell me what I need to do to get this help. Please save me. Like, that's a trap. That's a trap. Don't get sucked into this. Red flags. It's red flags and the just around the bend. These two are warning you. You may have best of intentions. You may have a lot at your disposal where you really feel like you can make a difference here. I just feel like you're being sucked into something and you're about to hit something that you don't have to. You don't have to go into this rough time, because this person, I feel like they're infectious. They're kind of like a disease that gets involved in things, and they just kind of branch in and they get in, and then before you know it, you're going through treatments because it's gone everywhere. Yeah. They're warning you. Red flags. Just because you see the deception doesn't mean that's all the deception. Like, that's the trick with this. Just because you see some of the deception doesn't mean you see all of it. Just be aware. I feel like you'd be better spent moving away from this person. Let somebody else help them. Or, like I said in one of the earlier readings, if they need certain type of help, find them a phone number, drop them off at a clinic, and let them get the professional help from someone else. Someone else. That's the answer for that one. All right, I'm going to wrap that one up here. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.